doing, man? Right here, brothers and sisters. Message Covenant. We got 7 seals. It's future news, brothers and sisters. I have a brief presentation, hopefully brief, but it never turns to be brief presentation for you, brothers and sisters. It's a little bit of a critique of the bullshit show we got today from the broadcast. But it's going to go into a little more details about what you expect to happen in the next few days. And when I say next few days, I literally mean the next few days. Excuse me, brothers and sisters, I'm having trouble with my voice. They're trying to silence me. But it's not working. Now, the angel, I noticed they mentioned angel today. I don't think they ever mentioned that word before. The angel. And everything they said was totally preposterous, crazy, insane. You know, I've decided that Ishmael is a total idiot. I mean, he's not just a lapdog and toilet paper for Farrakhan. He's just a total idiot. See, but they got him because that boy is an idiot. He could not get a job working for Burger King, right? Popeyes or any of those places, right? Sweeping the floor. He's not even qualified to do that. The boy's a total idiot. Total idiot. And the thing is, Farrakhan got him. He gave him a house, a car, all this thing that he would never have. He'd be a homeless person. Right? Eating out the garbage can, begging for food. Because the boy's a total idiot. He don't know anything. And so he has to say exactly what Farrakhan says. Farrakhan uses toilet paper, and he has to make sure that he wipes everything clean, nice and soft, or Farrakhan throws his ass out in the street, and he lost. He's lost. Because he's a total idiot. Because the things he says, if Farrakhan plays with him, because you know they had this council, and they determine what the forecast is going to be. And they play with this clown. Because I can't believe those people on that panel are as ignorant as this fool is. Because the stuff he says is totally, I mean, you have to be, I can't believe those people are that big an idiot. So they say, let's have him say something that's totally ignorant. Because he's going to say it. He's going to say whatever they tell him to say. And if those people on that panel is that dumb, man, I mean, I know Farrakhan plays with them because he's a devil. He's a demon. But, I mean, when you think about it, just think about it. What he says is not even close to makes any sense. Not even close. And so I say, well, he knows he's lying. Well, I don't think he even knows he's lying. I think he just read what they tell him to say. I don't think he's even know he's lying. I think that boy's a total idiot. This stuff they say makes absolutely no sense. If you just read anything he says, you know, anything that is just, it falls apart immediately. He says things like, oh, what was that one thing he says? I was trying to get the quote because I have to wait till the broadcast come back on again, right? But he had this quote in there where it was saying that the people that was, there wasn't sin because someone was causing them to sin. And then, by the time he said, y'all so sinful, and he talking about this forces, how if you're going a certain direction, you need a force to change your direction. You see, you're sinful, but you need a force to change your being. That's his point was trying to make. But then he says that statement there before, he said, if you're not sinful, it's something that's caused you to sin, which is correct. But what he said was totally opposite. You understand? It was totally opposite. My brothers and sisters. I mean, I could just, you know, that's why Farrakhan don't do, my brothers and sisters. That's why they don't. Where's my? Where am I here? Why is this not showing here? Hold on, brothers and sisters. Oops. No wonder. Okay, hold on. Let me turn it off. Got a little technical issues here. I think I'll survive them today. Okay, there you go. Because, he said, oh, if you're going along, the force says you're following along, and then the other one says, no one can change. It says, Allah will only change condition of those who change their own condition. Well, do you need a computer to figure that one out? If you don't change conditions, it's not going to get changed. God helps those who help themselves. If you don't help yourself, you won't get helped. That's what it's saying. But he says, but then he goes along and says, what if you can't help yourself? It just said that God says don't help those who help themselves. He said, well, God's going to help you anyway. I mean, damn. The boy's a total idiot. I go on and on and on about stuff he says. It makes no sense. It's the verse he said, then 5, 6, 8, he totally turns it all around, up the way. See? Because you're a total idiot. You see? And something he said this week, next week, is totally opposite of what he said this week. And then he reads, we see Abraham, and then he reads it, and then the same verse it says, well, after 40 years, we return to what was Arabia. But he don't say that verse. That's why he's reading a script that told him, and that's preached out of there. I don't believe it's there. And he said, I better not say that. I don't even believe that because I think he's an idiot. I think they don't put it there. He don't read it because it's right the same verse. It's like the message of the covenant, the same verse. But he never say that one. See? He's just one of those dummies, you put on your lap and you move his lips. You see? When you got a tongue, because Farrakhan needs, right, some animated little toilet paper. It's sad. Everything he said there was total nonsense. Total. He tells you, the devil, every agreement he ever made, he gave us all, took it back. He took it back. Everyone. Now we know that's the history he also did to the so-called Native Americans, right? But then he says, we're going to get reparations from him, though. Why won't we take that back? You know what he said? He just told you, every time you give me something, you take it back. So now you're going to tell me to give reparations. So when you make the death, don't take them back. On top of that, America's, I Googled it, I think it's $32 trillion in debt. Do you know what that means? You know how much they pay on interest? They say the taxes they collect every year, they have to pay that in interest. So America is living off of debt. That's what's fueling them. That means they're broke. So he couldn't give you reparations anyway. And Elijah Muhammad never taught reparations. And secondly, I was there from 1775. And secondly, right, how much will you accept for somebody to rape your mama? How much you say, I give you $1, you whip my mama, I'll give her half, she ain't gonna bother. What it is? How much money will you accept for somebody raping your mama? Forget about killing her. How much you accept? Oh man, I rape your mama, I give you $1 million, man, don't tell the police. Is that how it works? Is that where you are? Because that's what you're saying with reparations. Because how much money can they possibly give us for what they did for over 400 some years? First, they don't have the money to begin with. And you see what the Native Americans, they get all this land where they at now on a reservation somewhere. So all they did, rape, murder, and all the stuff they did, beyond imagination. If you could imagine it, they did it. And most of you can't even imagine. They did it. They sold children to gators and carried on. And now, you're going to take a payment for that? What, $100,000? $1 million? And then it's all forgiven? Is that how it works? And then he says God's going to judge him. Well, if you're going to take reparation, why would God have to judge him? You take payment for it. See, none of this shit makes any goddamn sense. If you're going to take a payment, it's like when you have a civil suit. You say, okay, you give me $1,000, give me $1,000, I keep my mouth shut, right? And then you get that, then you still want to press charges. You accept the payment for the thing. That's the end of it. You wash hands of it. So if you're going to take reparations, then God is nothing for God to judge. Because you set payment for what they give to you. The boy is a total idiot. But it doesn't matter. See, consequence doesn't recognize your intelligence level. Because if you jump off a 100-story building, I don't care if you're an idiot, right? You're an idiot or you're a genius or whatever. It doesn't matter. See, it doesn't matter. Because gravity's going to tear your ass up. Oh, he's an idiot, he didn't mean it, so I'm not going to hit him. That boy boy, this end is going to be terrible. All those kind, Abdel, Abel, the boy from across the border, the immigrant or whatever, his marijuana buddy, walking around in a FY suit, he gonna wish he never put that suit on. When the judgment comes, he gonna wish he never put that suit on. Then he gonna tell us how it is. They were slaveholders too. See, I'm going to talk about that in more detail. Maybe I don't know, I got a lot of things I'm going to try to cover it in a very short period, right? But there was something else I wanted to talk about too, right? About maybe okay, I'm going to give it a short one. I'm going to talk about that too because I want to talk about both. And I'm not going to, I can't be here 4 or 5 hours, brothers and sisters. So let me give us a brief go through, and I'll probably go more in detail this tomorrow. But I want to talk about the other thing too. So hold on for a second, brothers and sisters. Let me check something real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Hope it's not messing up anything. Okay, it's not so far. Make sure I find it first. My brothers and sisters. Because it's so much to talk about. And like I said, I need to really shut down, brothers and sisters. I really do. Because like I said, I'm worn out with 35 years. And I knew I would be. Well, and everything's about to blow up. It's blown up already, but you just don't understand it. Hold on. Wait here. Okay. So I might want to talk about, well, let's see, where is that? Okay. Okay, I think it's right here. Okay. Because that's it. It's so much, it's only me, brothers and sisters. It's only me. I can't trust anyone else to. It's only me. That's what it says. It says if you walk alone, have to. Hold on, let's check this out. Let's see if I can find this real quick again. Otherwise, I have to do this tomorrow. Oh well. I'm buffering over here, so. Oh well. Those have top quality or. And I don't. Give me a second, brothers and sisters. Okay. So I got here. Uh-oh. Did it go away? No? No? Yes, it did. Okay. Nope. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, this is the one. This is the one. Okay, if I can find it. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm just gonna include it in here, and then I'll see if I can talk about it. Okay, give me a break. 1 second, here, brothers and sisters. 1 second. Let's see how. Okay. This way, okay. Okay, put it here. Then that'll work. Okay, let's see if I can want to talk about it or not. If I get around to it. Okay, that'll do. Almost there, brothers and sisters. Give me a second. Okay, there you go. Where was I at? Okay. Okay, stop from here. Okay. So I was saying is, it's total nonsense to an idiot. But they're desperate over there. And it doesn't matter if they're not going to be around much longer. When I say much longer, I mean much longer. By my calculation, they'll be gone before Christmas. That may be his last broadcast today. They're gone. And even, it's remarkable because when you go on the internet, YouTube, I could just be quiet. Because listen to them, they tell you false Israel is going to be gone before Christmas. And they say, some say America may be gone. And you never seen anything like this before, ever. But I've been telling you about this 30 years. I've been telling you this time was coming. And last few years, I've been really pointing at really much close detail, telling you who, what, when, timing, and everything. Right? And for the last couple of ways, I'm actually giving you actual time. See? Anyway, see, you got to understand who Satan is. Satan represents false Israel. And so it says he watched it for. So who is he? He would have to be in heaven to watch him fall from heaven. Right? If he's on the earth, then how can he see into heaven? If he's if he's on the earth, I mean, heaven could be beyond the sun and stars, right? Well, according to them. And Satan's supposed to be invisible. So something's wrong here. Because it's all bullshit. Because Satan is as far as Israel, they're not invisible. And secondly, heaven represents the Middle East. That all makes sense. Angel clears everything, explains everything. It's the book for the time. He said to them, I watched heaven, Satan fall from heaven like lightning. That's what happened about to get out of the Middle East. It says it's going to be very fast. Very fast. Very fast. Like lightning. Lightning bolt. Very fast. It's going to happen very soon, in a few days. But my calculation will happen within the next 2 weeks, 2 weeks at the most. Maybe the next couple of days. This month of December. This will happen this month, December. So Satan, see? Going down. Everybody's going to take him out. See? So let's look at this quickly. And I'm going to go through this quickly, brothers, because I realize it would take me 2 or 3 hours to do this whole thing. So I'm going to do some of it today. It probably takes 3 days to do this. Okay? I'm going to do this other piece that I just brought in here. And that was the main thing I wanted to do today. I saw that broadcast today. And it kind of like diverted me. So I had to spend a couple of hours putting this together, right? Okay, because I mean, like, that was over 1 o'clock. See, it takes time to do these things, brothers and sisters. I've been working this thing for almost 3 hours. How long will the vision concerning daily sacrifice and transgression of desolation get both sanctuary and host? See, the bond of desolation, no one's talking about it. They used to talk about it in the past, but now it's obvious they can't because it's exposed who they are. And let's talk about false Israel. It was set in 1948, May. And it tells you how long before, because it's in a place they should not be. I'm not going into the details, but it says it would be cleansed out. Because they're the filter, they're coming up the place, so to speak, right? So it says, and that would last for 76.6 years. And if you see, 76.6 years, right? So a year, right? So if that was just 76, but then 1.6 of a year. So half of a year would be 6 months, but 0.6 of a year would be 7.2 months. So altogether it would be 76 years and 7.2 months. Now, 2 is powerful, too. I'm not going to get into that one. It took me a while. I didn't want to get to 0.6 because, like I said, they're listening, too. But so close, I feel comfortable saying it. Okay, so that would give you, right, 1948, that would give you 2024 plus 7. That would give you this month. Because if you go from May to June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and they'll be wiped out. They'll be gone this month. That's my interpretation, okay? I broke the seals, that's my interpretation. So if my interpretation is wrong, we'll find out. It won't take a year to find out, will we? We'll find out this month, won't we? And you find out this month, but you might not like what you find out. Because it's going to be a cold winter. It's a lot colder when there's no heat, no electricity, no gas, no oil. Which is going to happen. When this happens, that's going to happen. Even people on the internet saying, if they go to Iran wins, it's going to be total economic collapse in the West. Total economic collapse. They saying it. Like I said, I could pretty much just lay back and don't say nothing anymore. Say nothing anymore, right? It said to me, until 2,300 days, then shall sanctuary be cleansed. So they was put there and set up, and now it take long before they cleaned out of there. See? And so, like I said, that's what to give you. That's what because you divide 2,003, you get this. What you get? You get 76.6, right? Which translates, because you divide by 30, that means that's how many months. It'd be 76.6 months. But we know in angel, you translate that to years, right? Months means years, okay? And then you got, in Malachi, you got 3 people there. You got the messenger. Then you got the messenger of the covenant, who says you was the true believers, right? They'd be seeking the messenger of the covenant, right? They'd be Elijah, but they'd be seeking the messenger of the covenant that's come after. That's the one they're looking for. See, you don't say you should be. Say there are those that's looking for them, and we know that. We understand that. We see Exodus because most of those with the Lord. So they separated themselves from Aaron. They wasn't with Aaron at all. They was just there. They was in his camp, but they wasn't with him. So here they tell you, because they were seeking the messenger of the covenant, right? That means they wasn't with Farrakhan. And Farrakhan is the one that comes in the middle, and that's the one that's robbing God. Because he says, you're cursed with a curse. He says, you robbed this whole nation. So who's robbing the nation? Farrakhan produces a goddamn thing in 42 years, but he's rich. Well, how you get rich and have no business anything? And he's cursed with a curse. Disemboweled. God is, castrated. Pissing and crap in the bag. If that's not a curse, what you call it? And so his messenger come clean up his mess that Farrakhan caused, and the Farrakhan would reign for 42 years. He's son of perdition. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. So I'm not going to talk about this. This gets into another, and I'm not going to talk about this. I keep saying, I keep it there, but I'm going to think about it. So Farrakhan's he's about to be cast down. It's a war in heaven. It's the accuser of our brother. He's the accuser. Now I'm going to show you this is angel key, right? And here's Satan right here. In 1990, they moving, took heaven. That's this position here. They moved. They took control of the Middle East. This is what Middle East represents. Is Earth. It represents the Middle East. But these were cast down, Syria and Iran, and they took control of the Middle East. It says, and now they're about to be kicked out. That's what it means. So Satan, that's what's about to happen. See, the war in heaven started. There's two phases. The abomination desolation was going on right now. False Israel oppressing and genocide and everything. And then it said Michael's angels go to war against. So they're going to be the aggressors on this one. Right? They're going to attack the dragon and his angels, America and Britain. And that's what they're waiting for now. They're waiting for a random attack. He's Michael's angels. Master Farah Muhammad. He's their 12th Imam. He's going to be with them. Okay, let's move on. Okay. What's happening here? Okay, get that, brothers and sisters. What's going on here? Oh, I know what happened. I think I know what happened. Okay, here's Satan falling from heaven, right? And then at this point, right, it talks about, okay, let's go on. Oh, well, forget that. I made mistakes somewhere. There's two nations, brothers and sisters. One nation side of another nation. Like Muhammad told us that, right? In other words, America is impregnated without a nation. That's another way to look at it. That's what the scripture looking at it. They're pregnant with us. Okay? Two nations. We're inside of a nation. But they don't want us to be recognized as a nation because then there's conflict because two nations cannot exist in the same place because one will be against the other because a dog and a cat cannot live in the same place because they're two nations against each other and they will be constantly fighting with each other. So therefore they have to have, if the dogs and cat, if the cat's inside the dog nation, the dogs have to have the cats act like dogs. Give them a dog mind. So they hate cats. They love dogs. They act on themselves. And there ain't no conflict for the dogs. You understand? They give you their mind. And so that's why you acting like them. Because they gave you their mind. That's why you had to get your mind back. So you against yourself, and now you're not ever be happy acting like other than yourself. Okay. This is a sign of Jonah. Now go to the details, brothers and sisters. This is a sign that they have. Now, the sign of Jonah was repent. Repent of what? They repent of Farrakhan. They cast him out. That's who Nineveh represents the nation of Islam. They cast him out. They repented of him. But repenting of him, right? Repenting of him means they came together. And that's what the sign of Jonah is. Our people come together, and that's what they're looking for, because this sign gives it, this evil generation, them that's looking at, because that's the best thing they want to see. Us come together. It says they was watching to see if we would come, because that's what they're watching for. And if they do it, they'll attack. Because if we come together, there's a war between, you got two nations then. And both of them will go to war with each other. Two nations cannot stay in the same place. They know that if we come together as a nation, there'll be a war between us two. I'm trying to give it in a very simple way, brothers and sisters. Okay? Now, I'm jumping around here, brothers and sisters, because it took me a while to put this together. Right? So, but it's all connected. And now I see you, brother, by the coming of our Lord and by a gathering against him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or troubled by spirit or by word or by let of must there Christ's hand, let men deceive you, for that day shall not come and sit falling away first. See, what he's talking about here is Elijah Muhammad being taken away, and then the nation of Islam falling down. But the nation of Islam didn't fall down because the falling away happened because they didn't have no leader. Because Farrakhan and Wallace got rid of the Nation of Islam. They started something called the Balians. So that's why it fell, because it didn't fall because they had no leader. But I didn't have no leader because Farrakhan and them, they destroyed the nation. Now they was talking there about, oh well, see that's kind of bullshit. That's why I even did this shit. But I says, oh well, what you guys ain't doing enough for yourself. And we get mad when we can't go to their bathroom. Elijah Muhammad didn't play that game. He said, get your own bathrooms, get your own supermarkets, get your own stores. Then you got to worry about all that crap. See? And they had that. He said, well, you had it. See, the point they're missing is why don't you have it now? You had it with Elijah. I was there. Between 70 and 75. I lived in a complex owned by the Nation of Islam. My apartment was in a complex owned by the Nation of Islam. I had a brand new car, and I financed through the Nation of Islam Bank. I was a foreman at Muhammad Street newspaper. Right? I bought my food from U.S. supermarket, Elijah Muhammad's supermarket, or Nation of Islam supermarket. We went to a restaurant, at Islam restaurant, right? And Nation of Islam restaurant. I bought my fish from Nation of Islam fish store. I bought my clothes from Nation of Islam stores, clothing stores. I had virtually no contact with devils whatsoever. This is what Elijah Muhammad said. And what happened to it? They act like, oh, well, you're to my Elijah. Well, they had that. Don't have it now. Because Farrakhan and Wallace got rid of it, and I was there. The statement was, we don't need this stuff because the devil's got it. The right man got it. That was his statement. And they liquidated everything and took all the money to get out of it. Because all that, they stole, Farrakhan and Wallace stole the Nation of Islam because Elijah Muhammad left all that in the name of the members. You can check it out in the name of the members. It belonged to the Nation of Islam, the people, and they went to court. And Farrakhan had standing, and he didn't do anything. He went along with them because he could afford it, and said, "No, this belongs to the believers." No, he went along with them because he wanted a piece of the pie. And they convinced the judge to say, "No, this belongs to Elijah Muhammad. Don't belong to the followers." And once they did that, liquidated everything, took all the money, and Ishmael's mother. They fled to Mexico. They got out of town because they were scared the believers was going to get their ass. Why she fled? Why everybody fled the country? Ishmael's mother fled to Mexico. She was half white anyway. She looked like she was white. She might have been probably was a devil, right? And look at him. They fled to Mexico. That's where Farrakhan found them. When he went broke. And then this Bernard Gushman, whoever it was, convinced him, hey man, you don't have to be out here broke. You had to be he was trying to get back on the stage. He was out in Arizona trying to get back on the stage and shake his ass with Calypso. Imagine that. Here it is. He was the top minister of Nation of Islam, and then he's going to be back on stage shaking his ass for the devil. Calypso, how was that going to work? That's what he was trying to do. And they wouldn't accept him. So he was broke. And then Bernard Kushner came out there and convinced, hey, you come back and finish eating off the vulture you are, you finish eating the flesh of the lambs that you left behind for the wolves. Because the goddamn coward ran away when the wolves came after and left the believers with nothing. I lost everything I had. I lost my job, my apartment, my car, everything I had. Everybody lost everything they had because of that ass. That coward. He's a goddamn coward. He ran away. Come on. Oh, he's a top leader. He ran away. He got his money and ran and left the believers with nothing. Plus, he badmouthed the messenger all the way out through. All the way, you hear him as he driving down Dan Ryan Highway, right? You hear him. Messenger, he wasn't no damn good. He ain't know what he was talking about. Master from how ain't no God. Yeah, I heard him say it. It's remarkable how he, you know, the thing is, it says I'm going to talk about it in a minute. He got a nation full of demons. Because how else would anybody listen to that clown? He says, Aaron, yeah, but Aaron, what was Aaron? In Elijah Muhammad's absence, what did Aaron do? He's cursed with a curse. He's pissing and crapping in a bag. Is that what God would do to somebody he loved? He said God has control. How are you deceived by that? Let me move on, brothers and sisters. See, so it says, do not be shaken. See, because it says the falling way comes first, but Farrakhan twists the whole thing around. No, he says, because, right? He said, falling way, he said, the falling way, said, falling way comes first, then the man's sin be revealed. But he said, no, the man's sin is the synagogue of Satan. And because I'm exposing them, now this falling away. He says, no. Right here it says, no, that's not the case. It says the falling away come first. And that's what happened. Because falling away, the nation was not fell because it wasn't nothing. They got rid, Elijah Muhammad was no longer there, and they got rid of the nation. So people fell away. And then Farrakhan came back and took charge. Then the son of perdition will be revealed. He was sitting in Elijah's seat. Where it says right here. Sitting in the temple of God. Temple. Not mosque. Not masjid. Not church. It's not synagogue. Temple. Who had temple? Elijah Muhammad. He said the temple. Who set temple up? Master Muhammad. The temple of God. He'd be sitting there. God damn. Why can't you speak of this? Because you're a demon. Or you're just stupid, and we don't want you. If you're stupid, we don't want you. You know, we're not going to stupid people hereafter. You don't know who you're dealing with here, brothers and sisters. You have no idea. You're going to find out in a minute. I'm going to move on, brothers and sisters. But it says, and shall that wicked be revealed when the Lord whom shall come with spirit of, shall consume the spirit of his mouth and destroy it. That means he's about to be destroyed. He says he's after this working of Satan. He says, follows the Jew. He says, follow the Jew. He says, grandparents are Portuguese Jews. Portuguese Cajun Jews. What more you need? He says, follows the devil. So he tell you, oh man, that's from Muhammad, man, his father's original. He's our brother. That's what the fool said today. That's how ignorant and stupid that boy's totally idiot. He's our brother. Okay, apply the same logic to Farrakhan. Which follows the devil? Is he your brother too? Oh boy. See, for this cause God sent them strong delusions, and okay, even him who's coming after working Satan with all power and signs and lying wonder, me, man, Marx, and all this kind of second one didn't work that well, right? And with all deceivers unrighteous in him that perish, and those who with him. Now they're talking about the demons, those with him, because they receive not the love of truth. They don't want the truth. They want to hear. They hear that bullshit he was talking about. The truth come in, you want to hear it. The message of the covenant. That's the person that you supposed to be. That person. If you was for real, you'd be seeking. See, they don't mention him at all. And receive not truth, for they might be saved. For this cause, so I send them strong delusions. See, and you talking about delusions. Well, I can't say Ishmael's master delusion. He is a delusion. I'll leave it at there. I got to move on, brothers and sisters. And this is talking about Son of Man shows up. See, it says that our people was beaten against themselves because they had a devil's mind, and he had to give them their mind back. But say when they saw him, they left Farrakhan. When they recognized him, they ran away from Farrakhan. They ran away from him immediately and got with him. And then Farrakhan said, "Hey man, what you doing here, man? What you mess with me for?" He said, "What's your name?" "My name is Legion. Louis Eugene Grounds, or NOI backwards. That's his real name. That's where Legion. Why do you care if his name is Legion or not?" See? He said, "Stop tormenting me." See? Because now he's begging, please. So the message coming shows up, he kicks his ass because he's nothing but a punk coward anyway. Right? So now he's, please, you torment me. Because he's exposing them. He's exposing these demons. He says many are demons, many of them in the mosque, in the Nation of Islam. See? It says right there. It says, do not torment me. For he'd already been saying, come out of man, you unclean spirit. They was demons. My name is Legion, and we're many. And he begged him, please don't make me leave the land. You see? Leave the country, that's a bad translation, but should be country. Anyway, region. That's what Farrakhan said. How many hits do you need? I don't need a country. When the covenant says we're going back home, he read today, right? He read everything down. We're going to be here 40 years. We're going to afflict and everything else. And the next sentence says we're going to return home to Arabia. But he didn't read that part. So what the Quran says about those who believe in part of this book and disbelieve in the other part? See, they cursed. So he believed part of the book, don't believe the other part. The other part says, as a result of this, we're going back home to Arabia. But why can't he tell you about Arabia? Because he's getting paid off by the Sunnis over there, the House of Saud. Just like, don't tell me that happened, because I know it's happening, because Wallace was getting paid off too. Because when you went to Wallace's so-called masjids, if you went there, I went to come out, I don't just say stuff, I check stuff out myself personally. So I'm to he'll say, I went over there, and you're going, you got to get out there and put your head in front of somebody's ass and all that kind of crap, right? See, I didn't want to do that, fine. We don't do that here, and we didn't do that when Elijah Muhammad's around either. So if you want to do that, see, so as soon as over there, Prophet Muhammad denounced him himself. He said he wouldn't be with him, they wouldn't know him, no, they know him, because the first is not even Muslim. Because you be Muslim, you'd be told to submit to the will of Allah. And they the jinn, they said, we ain't going to submit to Adam. So they ain't even Muslim. But the problem is that if you went to one's masjid, in the back of everybody else, they have the Sunnis over there, the imams or whatever, and they sit in the back ordering what whoever leading the prayer and everything is saying, whoever's talking, the speaker is saying. They're ordering to make sure he said what they wanted to say. And they was financing them. And Farrakhan's getting financed because first of all, he don't have no business in nothing, so how he getting rich? How he get rich? And his people ain't doing anything. They can't get their so-called they can't get them to sell one paper. Brother, can you sell? We sold 300 papers a week, or you was out of there. Brother, can you sell? Oh man, can you sell 100? Oh man, can you sell 50? Oh man, can you sell 5? The only one making money from his sisters. He's pimping the sisters over there. You got him out doing fundraising and carrying on. So where did he get the rest of the money from? He's getting it from Sunnis over there. He's getting cover from, because he's agent for the FBI, agent for the FBI over here. He gave them everything they wanted. It's so obvious who this clown is. So if you with him, then you a demon or you a damn fool, or you. But it says there's people in there that ain't with him. And so they come out in a minute. That's what it says right here. Because it says what? It says, when he came out of the boat, immediately a man from the tombs with an unclean spirit or deep, right, met him. And he lived among the tombs. No one was, right? He said he came immediately, okay, and say, that seeing Jesus from a distance, he ran up and bowed down before him, shouted a loud voice. See? He immediately. And then that's when Farrakhan lied. Hey, what business you have with me, Jesus? See, Farrakhan knew who son of the covenant is. He knew. See, I implore you by God, I torment me. It says, who? The Lord, remember I told you, it says, who the Lord will consume with spew's mouth. He's being consumed. His whole thing is drying up. His so-called last Savior's Day, he didn't even have an oratorium or nothing. He had in those, what they call over there, mosques. He's drying up. He said he got all this popularity and everything, but he couldn't afford having an oratorium or nothing in his theater. Headed right there in the last Savior's Day. Come on. He's drying up and he's about to be destroyed this month. He said he's going to put him down. He's going to destroy him. When thrones are cast down, he says he's going to destroy him. Right? Go Adam. Sure. The devil's with Adam too once he's no use to him no more. See? And what about this, right? And from long stood, okay, here. Now, I'm bouncing around here a little bit, sisters, so if you keep up, say, because it took me 3 hours to prepare this, and so I really have now 2 hours trying to put everything in sync, so I'm just bouncing around. I'm jumping around, not bouncing, but I'm moving around a little bit here, so you can put it together. For a long while, having stood fear the torment of saying, woe is the city, Babylon, the great city, because, in other words, this is chapter 18. See? So what it's talking about is economic collapse. As soon as this war that's going to take place in a couple more days, this month, when Iran makes its move, right, they're going to take control of this whole Middle East. They're going to knock out false Israel. She's going to fall like lightning, right, this month, right? And it says they will have control, and that's going to have economic chaos all over to the Western world, even other parts of the world. Because they're going to have control of oil and they're going to cut it off. That's what's talking about right here. And it's going to be fast in 1 hour. That's the way I'm going to press upon you right here, brothers. All these things going to happen real fast. Real fast. This month. But here it is. But just as lightning comes from the east and flies as far as the west, so the coming of man be. See, son of man, Master Muhammad is not son of man. First, Elijah Muhammad told you that he would be self-taught. Master Muhammad is not self-taught. The man even said today, he says, Father taught him. So how could he be son of man then? His father taught him. His father taught him. Elijah Muhammad explained that. His father told him. His father got the information from other scientists. He says, son of man be self-taught. And plus, son of man comes from the word Solomon, son of man, Solomon. Solomon. That's what it comes from. Son of David. David represents Master Prophet Muhammad. It's a father-son relationship. That's what it's talking about. When Jesus kept talking about the Father, he was talking about Master Prophet Muhammad. The father-son relationship, not biological. That's what's Solomon. It says, it becomes fast. And the things that happened here didn't happen when Master Prophet Muhammad come. So when he come, all these things will be happening. It says the Son of Man will suffer many things and be put to death. Does that happen to Master Prophet Muhammad? It says the Son of Man would have to. He'd been situated. He had eat animal manure. He had all kinds of stuff he had to suffer. Is that anything that happened to Master Muhammad? See? So they can talk all that crap they want to prove it. See? Fast, that's lightning. He suddenly come to his temple. See? Suddenly come to Elijah's temple. Here it is. Behold, I'm sending my messenger. He will clear a way before me. See? Not Mr. Elijah Muhammad. That's what John says. He preparing the way for Jesus or Joshua. Joshua and Jesus, same name, just different language. He prepared the way for him. And he says he wasn't worthy to even clean Joshua's shoes or Jesus' shoes. Jesus is just the Greek form of Joshua. Right? It says he will suddenly, the one you're seeking. So you weren't seeking the messenger. You're with the messenger, but you're seeking, you're waiting. That's the one you're waiting for, the messenger of the covenant. He's the one who's going to take you home, the messenger of the covenant. And the messenger, and he suddenly come to his temple, fast. Always going to happen fast, like lightning. And whom you behold, he's coming, said Lord of armies. Fast. I'm trying to impress people. I'm saying this stuff now, but I'm saying last time I haven't said before because we're here now. 30 some years we found here. And here it is, right? And I said, I watched heaven, Satan fall from heaven like lightning. Bam! All this stuff happened simultaneously. See? He's going to suddenly come to Elijah's temple. At the same time, Pharaoh, it's going to happen during the war. Same time that forces were cast down. The Son of Man, Solomon, going to suddenly come to his temple. He's the one who broke the 7 seals. Elijah, Master Muhammad never claimed that he broke the 7 seals, and Elijah Muhammad didn't either. And suddenly, and then what happens, because when he suddenly comes, then he does certain things that cause the nation to come together. Before she prevailed, she sports forth before a pain came. Before her pain came. I don't like this translation, but so I was working quickly, brothers and sisters. So bear with me. She was delivered of a man child. Who hath heard such thing? Who has seen such thing? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? The nation will come together in one day. Suddenly, all this stuff going to happen at the same time while the war is going on this month. See, this month, January, December. See, a nation will be born. Can a nation be born in one day? See, where does it say that? For one spiritual boy who has seen such thing, earth made to bring forth one day. Shall a nation be born at once? Shall a nation be born at once? Suddenly. This was about to happen, brothers and sisters. So we'll see. You have to wait too much to find out about this, do you? Whether I'm right or wrong. But let me reveal you a wonderful secret. We will not all die, but we shall be transformed in a twinkle of an eye, in a blink of an eye. When the last trumpet is blown. Where's the trumpet? That's the 4 winds. You understand? Here's the key. The trumpet is the wind. The fourth wind, because that's when you come together, when the four winds blow, right? See? Suddenly, in a blink of an eye. So these things come together, brothers and sisters. And then, this is the war that's about to happen. The king of the north is Iran. And that time shall the king of the south push at him. See, they're pushing at Iran. Oh, we're going to get Iran. And the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind. With chariots, with horsemen, with many ships, shall enter the country, overflow and pass over. Into the glorious land, right? See, he going to come and kick ass. He'll come and kick ass. This month. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Okay? And I'm putting this out here. I'm not saying watch the weather. I'll give you details. That's just talking about that war. All those things I was talking about earlier, that's going to be a result of this. This can happen. When this happens, see, it'll come like a whirlwind. Iran's going to come and tear their ass up. Excuse me. So I process out of commanded, right? And I processed a loud noise, behold, a rattling, and the horse bones came together, bone to this bone, and I look, and behold, and remember, it tickled me a little bit because he was trying to say, I've been saying how the body works, right? I said one body. I said some of us are heart cells, some of us are head cells, some of us are eye cells, and then he tried to say the same thing today. Well, we all work together. All before me, thieves and liars. All before me, thieves and liars. Go out one body. He said it was pretty much correct. That's about the only thing he said halfway correct. And he said to me, prophesy some man, say to breath, Lord, come the four winds, right? And they come to life. Exceedingly great army. Let me move this a little bit about so make sure you get that in there. Oops. Okay, yeah, move this about so you can see it. Where's it showing? Oh, wow. Oh, okay, I need to do it here. How am I gonna do this? Oh, brothers, sisters, I need to. Well, it says it's seen a great army, brothers, sisters. So it's not showing on here too well, but that's what it's saying. I'm not sure. I can't. Yeah, it's not. Okay. It says, seeing the great army. Okay. So he's coming together as an army. Just like that. That's the nation was born. See, because when was he born? I see the great army. It says, the brothers, right, they're going to volunteer to fight. A exceedingly great army. It didn't say just an army. It says still upon their feet. A exceedingly great army. Warriors. I'm not going to Holocaust and how it did to us and transformed us and everything else. But said be transformed in the twinkle of an eye. Because see, he was trying to say that we was just wicked. But the problem is we're like a balloon being held down underwater. So we don't want to be underwater. But there's a force holds there. But once we're a force, we're going to pop back up and be who we are, our nature, floating like a balloon. So that's the same thing right now. Once false Israel is going down, America defeated, that force, that Master Muhammad's going to do that forces to act other than ourselves and everything is gone. And then we come together instantly, a seed of great army, ready to kick ass, doing them double as they did to you. Doing them double. Because we come together as a seed of great army, ready to fight. Because we're not sinful. See? We're righteous people. Right? But we've been thrown in a lake of shit. We ain't full of shit. We're covered with shit. And once that lake is dried up and some shower comes in, we're good to go. See? But the demons, the shower come and wash them away. Because they are shit. Fire come over, they are shit. See? It's one thing to be full of shit, Notice they be covered with shit. Which one would you rather be? That's what I want to talk about. This other, I'm not sure I'll get to it right. There's besides the sun, the moon, stars upon earth, distressed nation, perplexed at sea, and waters waving. Men's hearts fear for fear of those looking after those things come upon earth. The powers of heaven be shaken. That's that war. Because now America and Britain is kicked out. Gog and Magog is kicked out. The powers of heaven are shaken. They're kicked out. And so now, hell's consequences is roaring, is racing towards America. Speed of thought. 24 billion miles per second. Consequences race for America. 24 billion miles per second means it don't take long to get it. Got a GPS. It's coming to get their ass. And that's why they have a heart attack. Oh, man. We're going to have to face what we did for the last 5 years. And they're going to be doing double to us we did to them. See, that's why they're going to attack us and try to stop us and nip us in the bud. See, we're going to talk about that in a minute, see? Because, and they shall see Son of Man coming in clouds. That's when they see Son of Man at that point. What, did that happen back 1930s? This happened now with great power and great glory. See, during that time. See, when the war is going on. See, when it's been broken and it hasn't got to here yet. See, it's on the way. And that's when the Son of Man, everybody will see him then. But you understand, Angel Key explains that. See, I guess I'm not going to get to the other part, brothers and sisters. And when you see Jerusalem surrounded, it tells you where the place is going to be at. We're surrounded by armies. Its destruction is near. See, that's when when that war happens, and they kicked out, Jerusalem was surrounded by armies, and that means it's about to be destroyed. That means they couldn't be seen Abraham, could they? And we're going to recognize that we are, our people recognize we are, and they have a vision, a true vision, right, of going home back to the promised land, which is Arabia, says specifically. They got a fish, they come together like a mighty army, a exceedingly great army, kicking ass, unstoppable, crushing everything in its path. Understand? And let them with Judea flee the mountains. For these days of vengeance. Why vengeance? Why have vengeance? You have vengeance. Somebody done something to you. Who's more worthy to apply vengeance than us? Look what's been done to us by all the nations for the last 40 years. Days of vengeance. War than with child. Who's with child? Remember I told you America is pregnant with us. It's war to them, war to America. And to them, for there be great distress in the land, a wrath upon them. Who's going to put the wrath upon them? The Lamb and the God. Ain't going to be no spook or spirit. The wrath upon, says, the day of their wrath has come. And they shall fall by sword, be led away, kept all that, explaining all that, right? See? What captivity? I explained that yesterday, so. It's tribulation. Now, that's the nation. Now the nation's been born. It's separated. See, it was pregnant now. You got 2 nations here now. When they come together, it says, if they come together, when the nation of Islam come together as an exceeding great army, you got 2 nations right here in America. And 2 armies. 2 armies here in America. What you think is going to happen? They're going to clash. Because they can't. They told the opposites. They got cast of dogs. They're going to have to clash. One army is going to have to overcome the other one. See, that's a tribulation. Because now it's exceeding great army. So what happens? Bam! See? Tear America's ass up, leave it on fire, and get the hell out of here. That's what you're going to see this month, brothers and sisters. This month, December 2024. Look at this. Let's see, here's the demon here. He's working with them because he got the same idea they got. He's the one that's supposed to keep us from coming, be united. Keep us from united, becoming a senior great army. He's Aaron. He's a son of perdition. That make war with the saints. Aren't you the saints? Aren't we the saints? So he would make war with the saints for 42 years. So if the nation of Islam is the saints and Farrakhan is not the son of perdition, then you got 42 years of hell coming. Because he make war for 42 years and overcome them. So they tell me, oh, well, let's say the Caucasian white man is the devil, right? Well, You got to figure it out, right? If the Caucasian white man is a devil, right? Let's look at this. The question you need to ask yourself, see, they don't do Q&A over there because Q&A will wipe them out. They don't do Q&A over there. So if the Caucasian white man is the devil, who is the Caucasian black man? Because if that's his father, Herschel Clark, right? If that's his father, then it means, because he said Mass from Muhammad is us because his father's original. But if his father's the devil, that means he's with it. He ain't to see Abraham. That's why he ain't saying, I'm not going nowhere. He's legion. So if a white man, Caucasian, then who's a Caucasian black man? See? He got an original hair. Look at him. He's a devil. But he's a demon because a Caucasian white man is a devil, Caucasian black man is a demon. Son of a devil. Half devil, half man. That's where demon come from. Half devil, half man. Come on, brothers and sisters. We ain't trying to convince you. If you don't understand this, we don't want you. If you can't upload, if you can't turn on in your mind, we don't want you. That's why you go to tribulation. You gotta, if you can't get that, then we don't want you. Man should be called, but few should be chosen. Chosen. You don't choose us, we choose you. So the Lamb will choose you. It's been his book of life. He's the one to make the decision. And if you, so you're okay. See, Percival Clark. Google it. I didn't make this up. Farrakhan, who is black-skinned, was born Louis Eugene Walcott. It's pretty public ground, but I'm not. You want to argue that? Fine. They played ground because her mother's maiden name was really Grounds, right? Eugene Walcott, right? Eugene Walcott was the name of the man that she was sleeping with, right? But Percival Clark is the one that raped his mother. He's the son of Percival Clark, who was not only a Jew, but a rapist. He says he raped his mama. And he says he's Jewish because he says his father, his parents were Portuguese Jews, Caucasian Jews. So Eugene Walcott was the person that she was living with, dating with, or whatever. So he got. That's why he got that's how he got Eugene Walcott from. See, but because right here they say her name was Manning, Sarah Mae Manning. But if you go back and look at it, her actual birth name, what do you call it? A birth name, right, was actually Grounds. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, right? But Louis Eugene Grounds. That's right, Louis Legion, L-E-G, Louis Eugene, right? This part, the question is about this part, right? And we know where we got this part from, but it was, her maiden name was Louis Eugene, her maiden name was Sarah Mae Manning, but it really was Sarah Mae Grounds. That's another story. Or May, right? See? He said in Bronx, New York. His young left two sons. So she had another son too. And says, Percival Clark, you see, it's the devil. They say, he's an Anglo-Caribbean island. His mother was born in St. Kitts, while his father was Jamaican. Well, they say they thought that's what what's her name, Harris, Kamala Harris, her father was Jamaican. So they try to get, because most people think if you're Jamaican, you're black. No. You got the island. It's got a lot of Indians there and a lot of devils there. In fact, it was a devil that's ruling it. I can't remember his name was. He was the president of that place for a long time. May still be. So just because you're Jamaican, that's your nationality, not your ethnicity. See, because you look at him, does he look like he black to you? So if Farrakhan, if Master Muhammad is our brother because his father's original, then who is he? He's an open enemy. Come on, brothers and sisters. Legion, Louis Eugene Grounds, a demon. Look at him. Oh, he got some days coming to him. Worse yet to come. Son of perdition. Synagogue of Satan. Okay, what I have here. Oh, this okay here. Okay, that's I was showing. Okay, see here. He says here. Let me see if I. Okay, here's Satan's being cast out. That's lightning, right? She'll get ready to knock him out. They're taking control of the Middle East, right? Okay. Then he attacks us. So now, see, they're pregnant. That's what it means. They're pregnant. Well, those are pregnant, right? And then what happens? And then the four winds blow. You see? Oh, I forgot to have Suleiman come in. Suleiman should have been here during this time, right? So I forgot. That's the star. That's the sun there. And then what happens is that they come together, see the great army, but they got demons mixed in. They got to kick them out. That's it, bro. So that's the process. So I missed that one. So let me see what time it is. Okay, I'm gonna spend a couple of minutes with this, brothers and sisters. I'm gonna do it this way. So bear with me for a minute. I'm gonna go offline with this, and I'm not probably going to do justice with it, brothers and sisters, because I'm not going to do justice with it because it's going to take some time. This is what I was going to do separately, but I'll touch it a little bit. Maybe I'll go more to it detail tomorrow. Okay, let's see here. Where is it? Where is it right here? Okay, I have to do it this way, brothers and sisters. Have just some manual stuff here. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, made that work. Okay. Well, I want to show you, brothers and sisters, like I said, I'm going to be brief with this. Because I wanted to talk about this specifically today, right? Oh, hold on, let me back. Focus down just a little bit. Oh. Okay. I'll do it like that. Okay, made that work right there. Okay, made that work. Okay, what I want to show you is now pay close attention, brothers and sisters. You see here, now the gene, we had the full set of genes. The original people had the full set of genes from A to Z. Now, if you understand anything about genealogy, right, you have a set of genes. Everybody has all biological beings have DNA. Right? But they have some aspects. So we have A to Z, right? But like a virus might have just Z, or a bear might have from T to Z. See what I'm saying? They have some subset of it. But we had a whole thing. It all comes from us. But the thing is, scientists tell you, most of us is turned off. Most of us turned off. You understand? So I'm not going into all the details, but what I want to explain here is this. I would do this. No, let me go back. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. Hold on. What happened is that we have the whole thing. So, for instance, right here. The lamb is the most submissive, the most disciplined of all the animals. The most disciplined of all the animals. The lion is elegant, he's powerful. He has discipline, but not as much as the lamb. The wolf doesn't have much discipline, but very vicious, right? Okay, so what I'm saying here is that under energy deprivation, we had to, let me see, we'll do it this way. We had turned this off. So he's turned this off, okay. I'm not sure here. Yeah, okay. See, these was turned off. No, they're not that way. I'm not going to do this very well, brothers and sisters. Anyway, we still have it, but I was live it this way. See, these are, oops. Okay, you can see it both sides, right? We still had it, it was just turned off. So we get independent. So now we had virus independent, right? It's independent of us. It's part of the ecological system, but it's dependent of us because we had it turned off, right? We let energy have less energy to control those. So eventually it kept on until everything was turned off until energy deprivation, all we had was this lamb, right? All everything was turned off. Okay? Well, let me do it this way. This might be an easier way to do it. I didn't think of that. Let me see. Okay, this is going to be tricky. Okay. See, everything was turned off. It's still there. It's just turned off. See, outline. White. See, everything's still there. It's just turned off. Right? And so as we start energizing, we start turning things back on. So the lines were all was turned up. That was told to submit. We was the only one able to submit. The only one able to submit. So everything was turned off. We still had it just turned off. So it was lamb. So everything was turned off, right? Okay. So now it's energized. We start turning things back on again. That's why you see in the angel, the lamb, he's also turned to a lion in there. Because now we brought energized. See, because now we're going to take revenge. We can't take revenge as a lamb. We can't take revenge as a lamb because lamb don't take revenge. What lions do. So now we turn it back on. Right? See? And eventually as we move back in the universe started contracting, we turn all those things back on, and eventually we all turn back on again. Right? We turn back online. So now we become warlike. See? We're still lamb, but now we still got the discipline, right? But we're disciplined lion. Hope you understand that, brothers and sisters. Okay. Let's back on this one. Back up. Okay. So now, what I want to get to is that 35,000 years ago, right? It takes energy to maintain the mathematical standard and energy. So every nation had ideas how to deal with that. So all the nations, right, they says, hey, well, you drop that, says, okay, let's stop energy for that. They established religion. That's what we're talking. They established religion 35,000 years ago. So, because you don't have to think, you just have to believe. Because they wanted to hold it. They didn't have enough energy. In other words, either you do that or your civilization can fall apart, your country can fall apart, your nation can fall apart. Because we have enough energy either you have enough energy to hold a nation together, or you have enough energy to keep thinking, but your nation can fall apart. Because everybody got the same amount of energy, so you got to manage it. So how are we going to manage it? You say, okay, let's give up that. Let's deal with religion. We separate religion, right? And their scientists did it. Separate religion, and you don't have to think. So all that energy that you was using for that, you don't have to use it no more. Use that energy to hold your nation together. And that's what India did and all these other countries, right? Now China wasn't around then. Right? You got that, okay. So when Dr. Shabazz came along, right? Okay. Now, see, when they did that, right? They also gave up this. They gave up this gene. So they had this one here. This one. So they don't have the lamb gene anymore. They missed the one. In order to try to avoid energy deprivation. You understand? So Dr. Shabazz came along and he did one more. He says, okay, we get rid of this, and we have the wolf. That's the devils. They don't have these qualities, but they got the quality of a wolf. Remember, all these other things are still turned off. All those things are still turned off. Right? But they call it a wolf. The devils. That's why they say the wolves in sheep clothing. They use those terms, brothers and sisters. So they got the qualities of a wolf, which is vicious, but no discipline. See? Not the elegance of a lion. Lion is elegant, truthful. Elephant's lion, truthful and everything else, right? But, they have some discipline, but not as much as the lamb. Then they came with that one. You understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters here? So they came like that. Okay. So now they have a power. They don't have discipline. They don't have the truthful nature of everything, right? But they don't need that. They sacrifice that energy, so they have enough energy to maintain civilization. That's Adam. And maintain civilization. But he had to give those things up. But he can't turn those things back on, brothers and sisters. Now they said that during when they realized in the 2,000 years in the caves, that what happened, Jacob had done to them, they tried to revert, but they couldn't, because you can't turn off. If you lose them, you can't turn it back on. See, if they turn it off, you can turn it back on. But in this case, they was grafted out of them. They can't turn it back on. You understand? So what I'm getting at is that this is part of what's going on right now, because they understand the history. Yaakov told them what was going on. They understand what's going on. So they're trying to figure out a way to get back in to original status, because they know if they don't, they're going to be destroyed when the turnaround comes. So that's what this demon thing is all about, raping our women and have imitation of us. They said they have a form of us, but lacking the godliness. They had a form, but not the substance. So that's where the demons come in, because they pretend they're us. You see? And that's why Farrakhan, he's an imitation black person. He's an imitation real, but you don't recognize the imitation until you see the real thing. When the real thing shows up, then you realize, hey, that's imitation. Because if you never saw the real thing, you think the imitation is real. So when the master Cunning shows up, he exposed Farrakhan. That's why Farrakhan said, stop tormenting me, because now you see the real thing and the fake thing. Now you know it's fake. Now you know it's fake. You understand, brothers and sisters? You know it's fake. That's how he's exposed. Destroy him. Because he's a wolf in sheep clothing. You understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? That's what that's all about. See, they're trying to graft themselves backwards in. They can't do it. And the same thing with Africans, our brothers over there, right? Esau. They gave the submission part, but they didn't submit either. They part of the jinn. They didn't submit either. And so they lost that. They still got the lion part. That's why they characterize as a lion in Jockey. They characterize as a lion. See, we characterize both. They characterize as a lion. See, that's I told you so much of angel that you don't understand why they say these things. But so they powerful, but they won't have submission part. Like the Haiti, that's part of them. They couldn't submit. They finally rebelled. So we submitted. Because we had the lamb told us to submit. They couldn't. Then you get the Arabs, same thing, right? And they went a step further, right? And they're let me see if I can show this process. I can do this a different way here. Let's see if I can do this a different way here. Let me show here. And then I'm going to close out, brothers and sisters. I can find something that works for me here. Let's see. Anything here I can use to show that? Okay, well, that's not good. Okay, I'll just use this one. I thought I could use something a little better here. Okay, I'll just use. Well, maybe this might work here. I'll try this one. I'll try this one, see? Not the best. Okay, see here? Now, here we got both. We turn the line on. That's what coming together, right? That's a great secret, great army, right? But here's the lion, right? You got that, and the wolf just got this, right? But what happened is that here's the Arabs. They got a little bit of both. They try to change white over there. See, a little bit of both here. See, and then I could be allowed to turn all the way back black again. They ain't gonna be able to do that. Right? But another point here, I'm gonna show them trying to make here process. Now, when Jacob, when he set this up, he wasn't gonna be around when it's finished. So yeah, so well, how do people know when to stop the process? How because you're going from black to brown, so forth, right, unto white. How do you know when to stop the process? Well, see, because you think it goes brown, black, brown, yellow. No, don't go that way. Because they're not really yellow, are they? They're really white. But you call them yellow. No, it didn't go that way. Because what happened is that, now remember, after wolf is apes, because that's what Elijah Muhammad said. He said when they try to transform themselves back in the caves, they came with apes. They couldn't handle children. They always come with apes, right? Keep that in mind. Okay, so what happened is they kept on grafting until they got the whites. And they said, well, how do you know when to stop? They kept on until they got like mentally challenged. They couldn't, the brain started weakening. Intelligence level decreased. Oh, that's okay. We stop because we can't use them, right? So where's that at? That's right here. See? Ape level. Is that when to stop? So who are those people? See, in other words, they mix between apes. They wolves, but they got some ape in them. So who are those people? That's how you know to stop. Stop right there. Because if you keep on going, you end up with apes. We don't want that. See? So who are those people? Well, they say either get rid of them or move away from civilization because they got some ape gene in them. Right? And so what they did, they moved them far away from civilization, right? Because they keep away from other people because they were mentally deficient. That's why they stopped them, which some people call retarded, right? And you can't teach them. You can't teach them regular language and stuff. So you teach them what you can't read writing, so picture language instead of writing pictures. You get it? Right? You can't teach a farmer, so you give them rice. They stomp it. You can't teach, right? You can't teach them to go hunt, so you give them the domestic dog for food. You see what I'm saying? That's what happened. That's where the Orientals came from. When what happens when you see all people that you say mentally challenged, who they look like? Look like them. Who they also look like? Apes. That's where it is, bro. Says I'm explaining to you. That's why they're not included in the hereafter, because that gene, if we let them in, that gene will poison the rest of the civilization. That's where that comes from. See? That's where it comes from. So the mixture of the two. Understand it, bro. So I'm going to leave it there. Well, I'm going to say one more thing. Now, everybody had an idea about how to deal with innovation. But Dr. Shabazz says, no. We're not going to give up anything. See? So, since then we would suffer totally. Because we didn't give up anything to minimize it. That's why we went through total submission. So when we come out, we'd have the whole set again, A through Z. But everybody else is missing. We had a whole set. But it cost us total submission, the Holocaust. Now you got another people who had a whole group too. Those people left here and went to Mars. You say, oh, the Master Muhammad's not wrong about that. They went to Mars and they had a whole set. But the problem is they can't come back here because what they gave up. Remember, this is the earth is the best part. So if you go for in other words, if you got prime real estate and you go to weak real estate, that means you're saving money. So you're saving energy. So that's why we come over here, the worst part of planet Earth. We're going to stay here. What stay here for? Because we couldn't afford to stay in the best part of planet Earth anymore. right? Because it takes energy for that. So to stay here on the planet, so you move to Mars, take less energy, live on Mars than live here, because you don't have all this biological system, everything else. But the point is, since they don't have this, they have to create an artificial system. So they live deep underground, and they build an artificial system, artificial environment, so they can live, but they had a full set. But they can never come back here. They can never come back here. So you go there, they're wise, everything, but they live in an artificial environment, and that's the only way they can live. They cannot come back to Earth again. They can never come back here and live. But they got the full set. That's what Master Muhammad says, right? How intelligent they are, but they can't come back here because they live in an artificial environment they created underground. They don't have biovirus and all that stuff that we have. The biological trees don't have all that stuff. They've got an artificial environment they created that allows them to live, but they can't. They have to live. That's the only way they can live. They can't come back here. Hope you understand that, brothers and sisters. It's just like the one with they can't if you lose that gene, like Esau, they can't get that submissive gene back in. Arabs can't get it back either. The devils, they can't get back the lion gene. They can't get back the lion. It's gone. They gave it up to have power. But now everything's been reversed. I'm going to leave it there, brothers and sisters. I hope you understand. So I'm going to leave it there. Let's see here. Slideshow from current. Next. Okay. Leave the bounces. My sounds off. Sound is probably. Okay, brothers and sisters, Sulman Rahim here, Messenger of the Covenant. This is Future News, brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum, out.